Have you ever been speaking English and suddenly your brain completely stops? Like it just freezes?
Oh, yes. And then you spend 10 seconds translating everything in your head before you say one word.
Exactly. Today, we are going to help you fix that. We're going to talk about how to think in English, so speaking feels much more natural and easy. Hello and welcome, everyone. I'm Olivia.
And I'm David. Welcome to Fluent Thrive, where real conversations help your English grow.
If you are new here, hi. We are so happy you found us. And if you are coming back, welcome back. We love having you here.
So, Olivia, today's topic is something I think almost every English learner struggles with, right?
Absolutely. Today, we are talking about thinking in English, not translating, not going from your language to English, but actually thinking in English directly.
And this is so important because when you translate in your head first, it slows everything down. Your speaking feels slow, your brain feels tired, and sometimes the sentences come out a little unusual.
A little unusual, yes. So today, we will explain why this happens, and we will share simple, practical steps to help you start thinking in English naturally.
Even if you're a beginner, these tips will really help you. Let's get into it.
Okay, David, let's start from the beginning. Why do so many learners translate in their heads? Why does that happen?
Well, it's actually very natural. When we learn a language as children, we just absorb it. We hear words, we connect them directly to things, not to other words in another language.
Right, like a baby doesn't learn the word apple by first thinking of the word in their native language. They just see the apple, hear apple, and they connect those two things directly.
Exactly. But when we learn English as adults, or even as teenagers, we usually study it. We use books, apps, teachers, and we learn by comparing. This word in English means this word in my language.
And that method is useful at the beginning. It helps you get started. But the problem is, you can get stuck in that habit.
Yes, and then 5 years later, you are still translating every sentence before you say it.
Has that ever happened to you? Like, you are a native English speaker, but have you ever tried learning another language?
Oh, yes, I tried learning Spanish once, and I remember every time I wanted to say something, I would think of the English sentence first, then try to translate it word by word, and it was a disaster.
A disaster. And that is exactly what our viewers feel when they speak English. That slow, difficult, word-by-word translation.
So the goal, the real goal, is to remove that middle step, to go straight from thought to English.
And that is totally possible. It takes time and practice, but it is absolutely possible.
And if this sounds helpful to you already, go ahead and give this video a like. It really helps our channel, and it helps more learners find us.
So, David, where do we even begin? If someone wants to start thinking in English, what is the first step?
I think the most important first step is to start very small. People hear think in English, and they imagine thinking about big, complex topics in English, like politics or science or their feelings.
Right, like, I will now think about the meaning of life in English.
Exactly. And that is way too hard at the beginning. So the real first step is to think in English about small, simple, everyday things.
Can you give an example?
Sure. Imagine you're in your kitchen in the morning. You're making coffee. Instead of thinking in your native language, you just quietly narrate what you're doing in English. Like, I am making coffee, I need water, the cup is on the table.
Oh, I love this. It's like you were your own little TV narrator.
Exactly. And the sentences are so simple, they're not scary. You already know these words. You just use them in your mind.
And this is really important. You're not trying to impress anyone. You're just talking to yourself in your own head in English.
And the beautiful thing is, the more you do this, the more natural it becomes. Your brain starts to expect English. It starts to reach for English words automatically.
It's like building a new road in your brain. At first, the road is rough and slow, but the more you use it, the smoother it gets.
That is a beautiful way to put it, a road in your brain.
So here's your first challenge. Tomorrow morning, try to narrate 5 minutes of your day in English, just quietly in your head. Just simple sentences about what you were doing.
You can say things like, I am getting up, I'm going to the bathroom, it is cold today. Super simple, super easy, but very powerful.
Lovely, David. Let's practice together right now. Repeat after me. I am making coffee.
I am making coffee. The weather is nice today.
Simple sentences like these. That's how thinking in English begins. Just small steps every day. David, can I share a little story?
Please do.
Okay, so imagine a girl named Sarah. She is learning English. She's at a lower intermediate level, and every time she speaks English, she feels very slow. She always translates in her head first, and it makes her feel nervous and embarrassed.
That is such a common feeling.
So, one day, Sarah decides to try something different. She decides every morning, before she checks her phone, she will spend just 5 minutes thinking in English. Just simple thoughts. I'm tired. I want breakfast. It's Monday. Oh no.
Oh no, it's Monday. Yes, that is very relatable.
Very relatable. So Sarah starts doing this every morning, just 5 minutes. And at first, it feels strange and slow. She doesn't always know the right words.
But what does she do when she doesn't know a word?
Great question. She does something really smart. She describes it. If she doesn't know the word for something, she just says what it is. Like, if she doesn't remember the word kettle, she says, the thing I use to make hot water.
And that is actually a very important English skill. Even native speakers do this. We describe things when we forget a word.
Exactly. So Sarah keeps this up for 2 weeks. And then, one day, her English teacher asks her a question in class, and Sarah answers immediately, without thinking, without translating.
Wow.
And Sarah herself was surprised. She didn't plan it. The English just came out, naturally, because she had been practicing in her mind every single morning.
That story gives me goosebumps a little, actually, because it shows real improvement doesn't always feel dramatic. It happens quietly, every day, in small moments.
And that is the Fluent Thrive philosophy. Small steps, every day, real results. Okay, David, let's talk about some mistakes, because I think a lot of learners try to think in English, but they do it in a way that actually makes it harder.
Yes, and I want to say first, don't worry if you have made these mistakes. They are very normal. We just want to help you fix them.
Absolutely, no judgment here. So, what is the first mistake you see?
The biggest mistake is trying to think in full, perfect sentences right away. A learner decides, okay, I will think in English now, and then they try to build a long, grammatically correct sentence in their head before they even start.
And then the sentence falls apart and they feel frustrated and they give up.
Exactly. And the fix is simple. Don't start with sentences. Start with single words.
Just words?
Just words. You look at your coffee, you think coffee. You look outside, you think rain or sunny. You feel something, you think tired or happy. That's it. That is the beginning of thinking in English.
I love that because it takes away all the pressure. You are not trying to speak, you are just labeling your world in English.
Exactly. And then, over time, words become short phrases. Hot coffee, very tired, beautiful morning. And then phrases become sentences. But it builds naturally. You don't force it.
So that is mistake number 1, trying to do too much too fast. What is the second mistake?
The second mistake is translating and thinking in English at the same time.
Wait, what do you mean?
So some learners try to think in English, but they still keep one foot in their native language. Like they think of an idea in their language, then they translate it, then they try to think in English about the translation.
Oh, so it's like 3 steps instead of one.
Exactly. It's even more work than before. The goal, and this takes time, is to eventually skip the native language step completely, to have a feeling or an idea and reach directly for English.
And how do you do that? How do you skip that native language step?
Deeply thoughtfully, you connect English words directly to images and feelings, not to translations. So when you think coffee, you don't think coffee equals the word in my language. You think coffee and you immediately see the cup, smell the coffee, feel the warmth.
Oh, that is such a good point. You are connecting the English word directly to reality, to the real experience.
Yes, English stops being a code you decode, it becomes a lens you see the world through.
To viewers, don't worry if this feels difficult right now. It takes time and it takes practice. But every day you work on this, your brain is building that connection a little bit stronger.
And if you want more lessons like this one, make sure you subscribe to Fluent Thrive. We post new conversations every week to help your English grow naturally. Just hit that subscribe button. It means a lot to us.
Okay, so we talked about starting small, narrating your morning, labeling things in English. What are some other practical ways to build this habit?
Tip-wise, one of my favorite tips is talk to yourself in English. And I know that sounds a little strange.
A little strange. It sounds very strange.
Okay, very strange. But hear me out. When you are alone, walking to the shop, washing the dishes, waiting for the bus, just have a quiet conversation with yourself in English.
Like what kind of conversation?
Really simple things like, what do I want to eat tonight? Maybe pasta or maybe rice. Actually, I had rice yesterday. Let's have pasta. That whole little thought in English.
And the beautiful thing about talking to yourself is there is no pressure. Nobody's listening, nobody's judging. You can make mistakes, and it doesn't matter.
Exactly. It's the safest place to practice, your own mind.
I actually did something like this when I was learning a second language. I would narrate my entire commute in my head, like a little radio show that only I could hear.
A personal radio show. I love that.
And honestly, it worked. After a few weeks, I noticed that words started coming to me faster. I didn't have to search for them as much.
That search time when your brain is looking for a word, that gets shorter and shorter the more you practice, until one day it almost disappears.
Okay, what is another tip?
Another great tip is watch or listen to English content without subtitles, or at least without subtitles in your native language.
Oh, because when you read subtitles in your native language, your brain switches back into translation mode.
Exactly. You stop listening to English and you start reading your language, so your English brain switches off.
So try watching with English subtitles or no subtitles at all. Even if you don't understand everything, that is okay. Your brain is still working, still absorbing, still building.
And one more tip, keep a little English journal. Just write 2 or 3 sentences in English every day, about anything. What you did, how you feel, what the weather's like.
I love the journal idea because writing in English also trains your brain to think in English. You have to find the words yourself. You can't wait for someone else to say them.
And when you look back at your journal after 2 or 3 months, you'll be amazed at how much you've improved.
So we have 3 new tips now. Talk to yourself in English, watch content without native language subtitles, and keep a small English journal. These are all free, simple, and you can start today. David, can I share one more quick story? I think it shows this so perfectly.
Of course.
Imagine a man named Marco. He's visiting London for the first time. His English is okay, he has studied it for a few years, but he's nervous to speak because he always translates in his head first, and he feels slow.
A very familiar situation.
So Marco walks into a coffee shop. The barista asks, "What can I get you?" And Marco's brain starts to panic. He starts to translate the question, form a sentence, check if it sounds right.
And by this time, 3 other customers are behind him in the line.
Exactly. But Marco remembers something he learned. start with just the words. So he stops trying to build a perfect sentence, and he just says, "1 coffee, please. Milk, no sugar."
Simple, natural, perfect.
And the barista smiles and says, "Sure." And that is it. The conversation is done. Marco orders his coffee, feels great, and the world does not end.
The world does not end. That is the key message. Simple English works. You do not need perfect English to communicate.
And after that moment, Marco feels so much more confident because he realized he doesn't need to translate everything. He just needs enough English to get his message across.
And that confidence, that is what opens the door to thinking in English more and more. One small success leads to another.
We have a question for you, and we would love to read your answers in the comments.
When you're thinking, in your everyday life, what language do you think in? Is it your native language? English? A mix of both?
Tell us in the comments below. We really do read them, and it's also great English writing practice, so it's a win-win.
Okay, let's do a quick review of everything we talked about today.
Yes, let's go through the main ideas one more time, slowly and clearly.
Number 1, start with single words. Look at the things around you and think their names in English. Don't try to make perfect sentences at the beginning.
Number 2, narrate your day. In the morning, while you're making breakfast or getting ready, quietly describe what you are doing in English. Simple sentences. I am making tea. It is cold today.
Number 3, connect words to feelings and images, not to translations. When you think coffee, picture it, smell it, feel it. Make the English word real.
Number 4, talk to yourself in English. When you're alone, let your thoughts be in English. It's safe, it's free, and it's very powerful practice.
And number 5, be patient with yourself. Thinking in English is a skill, and like all skills, it grows slowly, quietly, and then one day you look back and you realize how far you have come.
And that moment when you catch yourself thinking in English without even trying, that is such a special feeling, and it will happen for you. Let's end with a few phrases to remember. Repeat after me slowly. I am getting better every day.
I can think in English.
I am getting better in English every day.
English is becoming more natural for me.
Say those to yourself, not just as English practice, but because they are true. And that is it for today, everyone. Thank you so much for spending this time with us.
Remember, you don't need to be perfect. You just need to keep going. English becomes easier step by step.
Every word you learn, every sentence you practice, every morning you narrate in English, it all adds up. It all counts.
And the most important thing is, enjoy the journey. Language learning is not a race, it is an adventure.
And we are so happy to be on that adventure with you. If this video helped you today, please share it with a friend who is also learning English. You might just change their experience completely.
We will see you in the next video. Take care of yourselves.
Bye for now, and keep thriving.